Oh, that sounds crazy. What is
Well,
that
the
about?
game isn't over. It's only just started. But do you know the strangest thing about this game is that it's called Spy Kids 3D, but it's not actually a 3D game at all. It's a side-scrolling 2D platformer.
You're joking?
No,
so why have they got 3D in the title?
Well, they do have some 3D elements within the game, some really nice little unlockable 3D images that you need to wear special SK 3D glasses to view.
Right.
So that's the 3D element of the game.
Does that work for you, Liz?
Well, it's okay. I think it's the first time it's ever been done on GBA, so
a good point.
at first is always good.
Yeah.
The game itself is quite fun. There are 12 different levels to kind of fight your way through. You've got to beat up all sorts of extraordinary creatures that I've never seen before. And then obviously there are big end-of-level bosses, which are really, really hard to defeat. The graphics are really, really gorgeous, actually. They're really cartoony, really bright, quite chunky. In fact, I'd say that was one of the bad things about the game,
Really?
the chunkiness of these graphics. Because they're so
We
kind
don't
of
like chunkiness
big.
here
Well,
at
no, I do.
Gamezville.
They are nice, but the thing is that, I don't know, they just didn't think about the fact that you can have this on a small GBA, and if you're jumping from platform to platform, or you could find yourself in the middle of a floating small platform in the middle of the air, and then you don't know where to jump next because you can't see, because the environment is so kind of
Right.
just
It's almost
so
too zoomed
too
in,
big,
right?
yeah. And you're just like, where am I going to jump to next? I have no idea.
So that's an annoying point for you, right?
It's just a little bit frustrating,
Right.
yeah.
Luce, give me a G rating.
Well, I think that it's an average 3 Gs.
An average 3 Gs. Now, I'm going to have to look at... This is a big title. Spy Kids 3D Game Over gets an official Gamezville 3 Gs. Now, you know what? From new gaming to old gaming. Very old. Retro, in fact. Let's go to the retro table.
Nice one, Jay. Well, Matt, we're looking at an old classic puzzler today, aren't we?
Indeed we are. We're looking at Klax, 1989 arcade classic. Bit of a puzzler, indeed.
No, I mean, you know, what was this, a 3D based game?
Yeah, it was, these coloured blocks rotated, they flicked towards you on the sort of surface.
Right.
And then you had this little thing which picked up the blocks, and then you could put them into certain channels down there. You could match up the colours, you got a thing called a Klax,
Right.
which was like and then they disappeared and then you carried on. Of course, if these channels filled up, of course it was game over. Similar to Tetris in a way.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you know, obviously Tetris inspired a lot of games, didn't it? Did
Yeah,
this actually
indeed.
become before Tetris?
This came after Tetris, I
Right.
believe. Tetris is a really old game, and it was first of all in the arcade, and then they ported it to loads of other machines, including the SNES, the NES, the Master System, the Lynx, the Atari 2600. It basically was on loads of machines.
Pretty
It was
much all the
everywhere.
machines at that time.
It was ubiquitous, to use a four-letter word. Four-letter.
A big word.
Yeah.
Right, so basically, I mean, obviously it wasn't a game that was, because it was a puzzle game, it wasn't based solely on graphics. But what were the graphics like, Matt?
Yeah, they were simple and colourful, really.
Yeah.
Really bright colours, and there was a female announcer that would tell you when you got a Klax.
Oh, right, that's always
Klax
nice.
wave! Yeah, Klax! You went, that was a bit annoying, I must say. Yeah, sound like a mad old woman, but yeah, that was always part of the fun.